everyone, it's 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗓 here. I am a stage 3 bowel cancer survivor and thriver, a quantum health coach, and I've been blessed to help people all around the world to change their lives by changing their habits. And today I'm going to be talking about a habit that really stops us from living the life that we want to live, which is self-doubt. I speak to a lot of people that have a lot of self-doubt around, their a kind of physical health journey, around the letting go some of their emotional trauma and things that has happened in their past, around changing jobs, around starting their business, and they're not sure if they're going to succeed. They're not sure how they should go about it. They're not sure if they're capable of doing that. And within that self-doubt, they stay stuck. And they compromise and they settle and they don't move forward towards creating the life that they want to live. And one of the most really recent examples in my life around self-doubt was really when I started my business, which was around 2.5 years ago. I had gone back to my corporate job. After cancer treatment, I thought, I just need to go back to some normality, and I need to see, what happens in the world again, because I have been, at home and going through this massive journey. So I need to experience again what it is to be, in the normal world again. As I went back to work, I really loved my career. I used to work in recruitment, and, I tried to fit in again. I tried to go back to what I used to do. It was something that I did enjoy doing, but I didn't feel fulfilled anymore. And I didn't feel that I belonged there anymore. And I didn't feel that that was my purpose anymore. And all of a sudden, I kind of felt a little bit lost. And I kind of really grieved the fact that, that part of me was dying and a new part of me was kind of rising up. But I was scared because, I felt to myself like, well, what am I going to do? And if I was to share everything that I have learned in my journey, who am I? I am just, a stage 3 bowel cancer survivor. Yeah, I did finish 12 sessions of chemo feeling stronger than I started. Yes, I have created the best body I've ever had. Yes, I have let go and forgave people that have hurt me. Yes, I have, transform into this completely different person, but I'm still not a doctor. I'm still not like a health professional as it stands in the world. Who am I? And those thoughts would keep coming to my mind, although I had become very passionate about everything that I had learned and researched and implemented in my life, I still have had a load of self-doubt in me. And I wasn't sure not even how to go about all of that. And little by little, one thing led to another, and I wanted to share some of my learnings, and I started sharing some of my learnings on YouTube and interviewing some people that had gone through the same journey, like myself, the cancer journey, so they could inspire other people to see that there was a lot that they could do after a cancer diagnosis. And before I knew, after a year, I was leaving my corporate job. I said to my husband, look, I can't do this anymore. I need to honor the second chance in life that I got. I just need to honor my purpose. I'm here. I've been put in this earth to doing something different. It's not this career that I thought that I was in. And, I still kept going around in circles at the beginning after leaving my corporate job, feeling that I wasn't going to be able to pull this together, because I kept thinking to myself, the society expects you to have some sort of degree, some sort of qualification. The society expects you to be, a qualified health professional. And in this search, I became a yoga teacher. I finished a quantum health coach certification, and I started a Bachelor of Holistic Health Science. But let me tell you something. My biggest learnings, it has been sitting at the chemotherapy chair. It has been taking my ownership of my health and changing my habits one by one. It has been everything that I have read in different books and done in my life and changing my life. I couldn't have learned what I have learned as a patient, as a cancer survivor in any school. It would have been impossible. And although, I believe that we should, strive for learning more and studying and bettering ourselves. And I have, lots of respect for the people that have done, gone down that road. I also believe that, what stopped me, it was very simply my self-doubt, which I needed to overcome that with one small action at a time, which at the time for me was, okay, I am going to leave my job first because I believe that what I have to share is really, really valuable, important. Okay, that was a massive step, but that was one of the steps. The next step was, okay, I'm going to study yoga teaching so I can learn a little bit more about this amazing philosophy that I have practice for the last year, but I don't know everything about. The next step was, okay, I'm going to start sharing my story on social media, which I wasn't on social media, so I can share my learnings with other people. And the next step, and the next step, and the next step, until, what I have created, up to this point. And when I look back at my journey and I think, how much, self-doubt I had around not having a qualification, it was so, if I may say, like, it was so silly of me. It was so crazy for me to stay stuck in that place. But, nobody could have told me, Angelica, like, forget about this. This is just, silly for you to think that. I needed to get myself out of that place. So how you overcome self-doubt is just putting one foot in front of another and taking action despite of how you feel, despite of all of those negative thoughts or doubtful thoughts come to your mind, right? Because they're always going to be there. There's always going to be some sort of doubt and that, what about this? What about that? What if? But it's really taking small action towards your goals that will start, getting on top of that self-doubt. Now, 2.5 years on, I feel extremely comfortable of the value that I bring to my clients. I have worked with people all over the world. I have testimonies. I have a website full of testimonies. I receive messages every day that people benefit just by reading my posts. I have recorded self-paced videos. I have run free challenges. I have done so much, and if I had been stuck in that place of self-doubt without taking any action and allowing myself to stay caught up in that, negative thought and the negative pattern of going over and over, what if, what about this, I'm not a health professional qualified and certified, and I need to have more, and I need to have a degree, and I need to have this, and I need to have that. I would have never got to the place that I am today in 2.5 years. So how to overcome self-doubt is really not try to get rid of self-doubt, not try to not have self-doubt, because self-doubt will be there, but it's taking action despite of, taking action regardless, and taking small action towards what it is that you're trying to achieve. Most of the time when we acknowledge how we're feeling in our thoughts and what's going on in our head, the power that the thought and feeling has on us, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. We get in trouble when we are so scared to even sit with that thought. We're so scared to even allowing ourselves to have that thought. Why I shouldn't have self-doubt. I should be confident. That's when we get in trouble, because we're trying to fight against something that it's already there. So recognize that self-doubt is going to be something that will be there, but you don't have to stay there. Take small action towards your goals or whatever you're trying to achieve. I really hope this is helpful to you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe not to miss out on the next video. And if you think that anybody would benefit to listen to this message, forward this to that person so you can brighten their day. And really, self-doubt can be crippling, can be it can really put us in a place where we feel paralyzed. And it stops us from living the life that we want to live, from chasing the dreams that we want to chase, from dreaming, from wanting more out of life. That puts us in a place where we settle. You know, we settle for average, we settle for unhappiness, we settle for not wanting to live the life that we're living. And, you know, we don't have to do that. You know, we can still take action even though we feel that self-doubt is there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.